So when making use of our teaching aid, we will follow this certain procedure. So learners will come and pick a word here, and we'll make use of our teaching aid in the consolidation phase. So learners are going to come in a line and pick a word here. They're going to look at the word or the picture and decide whether the word should be put in the box that shows that the plural word ends with the sound es, or where the sound ends with s or an s. That is how they're going to use the teaching aid. So this, I'm going to demonstrate how they should use it. So in my case, we have a book, and it's written book, and we also have a picture of some books here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this word into plural form from book to books, which means that I'm going to add an s, only an s to the word book, which means I'm going to put it to this side where it shows that I added only an s. And if I go for another picture or another picture, another word, here we have a word or a picture and a word, and the word is box. It's box, and here we have a picture of two boxes. So here I'm going to look at the word and determine whether I'm going to add the sound es or s, or add the sound s to the end in order to change it to plural the correct way. So here I'm going to look at the word box and check the correct way it has to be written so that it can be in plural. So here I have box, and I'm going to add the word. I'm going to add the letters or the sound es to the end. I'm going to add the word, this letters es or the sound s is to the end, which means that I'm going to classify my word to this other side of the box. For another example where we just have words, we have the word beach, which has already been changed into plural form on the other side. So we have the word beach and the word beaches. We have the word beach and the word beaches. So here I'm going to look at the last letters that have been added to the original word in order to make it plural. And I'm going to notice that the sound is es, and I'm going to put it in this side. So that's what I'm going to expect the learners to do when making use of our teaching aid. They're going to come in a line, and each one of the learners is going to pick a word from our heart-shaped box here. We're going to pick a word from our heart-shaped box and use the word to guide them when classifying the word into a word that ends with the ending sound that shows plurality in as in es or s. And that's how we're going to make use of our teaching aid. For the last example, I'm just going to randomly pick a word here. Let me just pick a word that is in singular, because in our box we have words that are in plural, we have pictures that show plurality, and words that are in singular. So here, for example, we have the word place. We have the word place, which is in singular. And now we have to determine how it's going to be written correctly when we change it to plural form. So it is in singular, and now we need to determine how it is going to be written when we change it to plural form. We're going to add an s, which means it's going to be places, because now we're talking about more than one place, so it needs to be places, which means we're going to add an s, and we're going to put it on the other side where it shows the sound s but the letter s. So this is how the learners are going to make use of our teaching aid. They're basically going to discriminate between the words that end with S or ES, or the one that ends with the one letter which is S or S. This is how they're going to use them. So at the end of our lesson, since I'm going to use this at the consolidation phase, I'm going to go through. I'll go through all the words that they have put in the boxes, and use these words to determine whether my lesson was as productive as I thought it was, or if it wasn't as productive for them. I'm going to assess how much knowledge they have grasped from what I have been teaching them through the use of this learning aid. It's going to be a learning aid that is also in the form of, it's a learning aid that's also going to be in the form of an assessment. We're going to be doing an assessment that's going to also assist as a learning or a teaching aid.